So, good evening, everyone, once again. This is our second class on DevOps, and I hope you've all watched. Those that missed our last class, I hope you've all watched our previous class. Although it's more of like introduction. So today we dive into more about our DevOps class, and I've explained what the DevOps is all about, how it's derived, and why and the importance and the rest, right? So today we have a lot to do. Actually, we have a lot to do. So it is something that you keep on learning, you keep on learning, you keep on learning, right? So, but nevertheless, as we progress, it still means that we are still achieving some things. So today we will be learning about some basic commands, right? So and it will be more of like interactive, although we've done some of it before. So, but since being new session, so we have to start all over. Basically, I've explained what command is, right? So I come. Let's first open my Git Bash as of our terminal, right? Can you all see my screen? Let me somehow. Aha. I hope you can all see my screen. Let me somehow zoom it. Let me zoom it a little bit. So this is what we've done so far. And first of all, before we start today, this one, this is what they call terminal, and it's called prompt, and it's also called what, a bash, which I told you the full meaning of bash is what, born again shell. It was named after the person that created the the command line, right? So his name is called Stephen Bourne, and then it was not named after him like Bash because the file extension for shell script is .sh. So that's why they now name it as Stephen Bash, right? Sorry, Bash, Git Bash. So, and I've told you the introduction about shell, unlike because that this is our previous way of computing before. This is what they used to compute and to interact with computers initially before the introduction of graphics that we have today. But nevertheless, we are still using this command because it's more sufficient than graphics in some extent, and it has more security in some extent. So that's why, as a DevOps, you don't have any option. You have to know this. And I've also clarified this also that because someone asked this during our session that is it compulsory for someone to learn programming, which I told you that is not compulsory. So that's why I saw, and I told you DevOps it is combination of two things, development and what, and operations, right? So that operations it has a lot of things inside. So it's not just you writing code alone. You must know how to like plan. You must know how to strategize, to deploy. So all this is still it's just more of like group of people coming together to to solve tasks. So that's just what DevOps is all about. So now, as a role of DevOps, it is just more of like you have to know everything, right? That you have to know everything. Your own is just more of like you like supervising the work, because let's even give you why DevOps it is very very important. Actually, they started adopting this DevOps recently. That's why if you specialize on it, believe me, you will make it because people are in need of DevOps engineer. Like Facebook now that you are seeing now, Facebook, or almost all the apps that you are seeing there out there before, they usually update their app. Let's say once in a year. Most companies once in a year. But when these DevOps now started coming into existence, so now you now see someone like Facebook now. their update used to come out every 2 weeks. Every two weeks they update apps. But you won't know if you are not in tech. You just say that you are just chatting. But there are some things happening. There are some things that they are adding up, and there are some features like in terms of security. So now the brain box behind all these things that you are seeing, the brain box is the DevOps, right? So the DevOps that is supervising everything, the workflow, and so to automate things, to create solution very fast. Because now I told you that normally people used to work individually, that you will want to develop for everything. But now with your DevOps skills now, many people can come together and solve a particular task within a very short time, right? So that's why it's not compulsory for you to specialize on the code, but it will give you more edge. You will have more advantage over someone that just know the analyst alone. But that's why no matter how, it's very very easy. Your own is just to master and then practice, right? So now the first command that we try to learn today is, first of all, I've explained all this before, what they call, so it's called interface, and it's just more of way of how we interact with computer, right? So first of all, so in all command line that you see, all, even the Windows, the Unix, the Linux, anything as far as it's called command line, this is the first thing that you see. And which I told you that this will be the last project, and this the project that they will ask from you after as a DevOps engineer. The first thing is that where is your command line, because you have to automate tasks later on, so which you will learn it with this your DevOps skills. So and these are the skills, these are the projects that they will be asking from you. So now the first thing that you are seeing, this one that you are seeing now, this first thing that you are seeing is it is my username. This desktop, desktop 3R16VXL, it is my network name, right? While this one that you are seeing, it is my what? It's my directory name. That is the current directory that I'm into. Because this side that you are seeing is called home directory, right? This sign, it's called tilde. This one that you see, like, that's the symbol that is beside the key of one. Your keyboard buttons. That sign, that symbol that you see, which is this, is called tilde. Tilde, TILDE, right? Which I would explain to you later on. So now this is all about it. So and I'll also explain why it is like this, and why it is like this. So now this terminal that you are seeing now, so millions of people can be working on one project with just this thing alone, just the one thing, this thing that you are seeing. This is one of the features of DevOps. That is the secret behind that operations that you are seeing under DevOps. So that's why you must know it is compulsory as a DevOps engineer that you should know what they call source code management, that is SCM. That is, you must know how to collaborate. This is why you are learning GitHub. It's just for you to collaborate, right? That is, you see many people come together to work on a particular project, right? So now with this line alone, and this is one of the advantages this our terminal, this our CLI has over our normal way of computing now. That's the GUI. Because with this now, there's something that we call SSH, that's secure shell. So you can work in any part of the world, right? And everyone will be working differently from different system, and it will be coming on the same platform, one project, right? Which I will show you later on. You will see the practical aspect later on. But just like more of like introduction. But I told that you are learning bit by till when you master the skills. Please, I'm still emphasizing and I'm begging you, try as much as possible that you always practice anything that you are learning here, right? So now to confirm what you are doing now, the first command that I told you is what? Who am I, right? My text is not showing. Sorry. I have configured this. Let me configure it. This thing is not showing. Background. No. Let me use foreground. Let me change it to white. Okay. Apply. Save. So now this is how to configure. So which one you will learn this to also. I've also emphasized on this. We have two. We have the GUI and we have the bash. Please always choose bash. Don't use the GUI. I will explain when to use that GUI later on, because if you search for bash like that, if you search for git bash now, if you say git bash, so most of you used to choose this one. You say sorry, if you search for git now, most of you used to choose for this GUI and this CMD. No, always choose this bash, born again shell. I will explain the reason why when the needs arise, right? So now the first command that I told you is what? Who am I without space, and Unix command, or let's say your bash command, your bash prompt, you are to use lowercase throughout. If you say who am I, you can see down that it's showing a fast stack, right? It means that I have output what is written here. That's my username. That's what it means. The username that you are giving to your computer, we use this one to confirm the account that you are currently working on. Now let me relate it with GUI, which I told you that I will be relating it with our GUI. Under our Windows system now, many people can have multiple accounts, right? And that multiple accounts, the disadvantage that this our Windows has is that two people can't work on one account at the same time. So if you want to work on in the second account, you have to log out for that person to log in, right? Now simply let's just show you how it's done. Just search for control panel here. Search for control panel. You see control panel here, right? After control panel, you see account. Click on account. There you see user account. So this is where people add accounts. Add account. Now if you want, like now, this is what most parents use now. Now this is the only account that I have now. Let's assume now that I want to add another user, right? Another user, that is someone else that want to have another platform on this my computer.
Sorry, please.
Okay.
Sorry, can you check your this thing? There are some saying that they're unable to get in. Maybe you just quickly admit them.
Okay. Sorry. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm carried away with this thing I'm doing. Okay, sorry now. I think they are. Wow. I'm impressed with this your attendance. I'm really happy to see you, most of you all, like coming in. So please let's keep it up. Please let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. So now what I'm explaining now. So this account that you are seeing, this one that you are seeing here now, that is the only account that I have on this my laptop. So if I want to add another account, I'll just click on this, add new user, right? So now you see that it will take me back to where I can add. So this is where you add people. Now the disadvantage here now is that if someone wants to log in, like maybe you create it, like this is what most parents used to do. Now they will have, if they want their children to have access to their system, so instead of the children to be using their computer, they will rather just create another account from them here. That whenever they want to use the computer, they will just switch to that account. Hope that's clear. Now, unlike this one that we're not doing now, so this is the advantage that this CLI has. So with one account like this, multiple users can work on one account at the same time. This is where collaboration now came into DevOps. Hope that's clear. So now the command for this who am I, it means that I should know my current account, and which I've already shown you how it is now with what Havasfast. So now this is done that when if you are installing, that's where you see this, right? So that is how this one. Please, any questions before I proceed? Any questions before I proceed, please? No questions, right? And don't forget, I always say, please, if you are the type that you don't like, that you don't know, you are free to ask questions, please, you can always type the question via the chat platform. Okay, Mrs. Catherine, you have a question?
evening, sir.
Evening, ma. Thank you for visit
Good evening,
today.
everyone.
You are the one that came today, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well done. We really appreciate. So
Thank you.
some of you have started coming, and we thank you. We thank you for the visitation. So tomorrow, please, all of you, you can start coming in full, right? Now, okay. What's your question, ma?
Yes, sir. Please, it's not really a question. I couldn't join on time
Okay,
because of network issues. Yes. So
okay.
I want to find out if it's being recorded.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that,
yeah. We always record our class for those that we miss. Yes, it's been recorded.
okay.
It's been recorded. So now this is the first command here now. Who am I? Right? So hope that's clear. So now the next command that we will learn now is PWD. Please, I will always send you resources. Please always, and I told you that the resources it's just for you to get more insights about what you are learning. I won't be explaining the resources. So in case if you just have any question, just ask, and then it will be solved for you. But we won't be reading how the theory. So I told you this one will be fully practical, nothing like the theory. So the theory it's just for you to get more insight on your own, because no matter how you still need the theoretical aspect, because the theoretical is what will allow you to understand the concept more and more and more, right? So people joining. So this PWD it means parent working directory. Now, parent working directory. Parent working directly. P parent, W working, D directory. First of all, directory is the other name we called folder today. And we've all known how our folder used to be if I should minimize all this yellow. The default icon for folder is called what? It's called it is in yellow format like this, right? Hope that's clear. So now the other name that is called under Unix operating system is called directory, right? So anytime I'm mentioning directory, it means folder, please. Oh, that's clear. So parent working directory, it means that now we have different types of directory. Please always jot. So please always jot. We have different types of directory. One, we have home directory. Home, HOME. We have root directory. Home directory, and then we have what? We have what's the name? We have root directory. Why the last one is called current directory. Home, roots, then what? Current. Now let's start explaining. Your home directory, the symbol of home directory is this. This tilde format that is. Anytime you see this tilde, it means that you are on your home directory. That is, now this sign that you are seeing now, it means under our GUI, it means that I'm on this side. If you click on your file explorer, you click on this PC, you click on local disk, you click on, you see user, you see all this fast tech. It means that you are here. Can I repeat, please? Go back to your again. I'll click your file explorer, right? You click on this PC, then you click on local disk. That's your storage. That's your then on what? User, then a fast tech. This one, you see now that what I output here now, you can see it here now. You can see it under this a fast tech. Can you see that it is corresponding with this here now? Everything. So here now I'm currently here in this position. Oh, that's clear, right? So that's what they call home directory. This one is home, right? So, and also it can also be current directory. The current directory means that the position that you are currently. Now, if I should CD to desktop, for example, which we come to CD later on, if I should CD to desktop, you will see this here now. You will see that the same this thing is still there. The same sign is still there. That is the tilde. But now it's still now I'm now under current directory with home with this desktop windows, which is something like this here. These are our desktop windows. Hope that's clear now. Please, are we getting it? Please, if you don't have, please, if you have question, please ask. Ask question, please. So now let me move back to my current. So now, if I now want to move back to my home directory, CD, then I'll put my tilde format. Then okay, it will go back to where it was before. Hey, are we clear? Are we clear now? Let me accept this. So now, I think someone is typing. Okay. How can I create new user on CLI? Oh wow. Someone is asking a question. Don't worry, we are coming to that. We are coming to that. So there's something that we called, on the user, we have different. So this is where you learn permission. Permission is going along with user creation. Don't worry, we are still coming to that. I told you that you can work like 100 people can work on the same terminal at the same time, right? So that's why you will know how to create account under CLI, and then why people still use this CLI again, it's about security, because there's a button that you have to be very, very careful, which is enter button, and under Unix we call it return button. Return or enter, that's your enter button on your keyboard. So that key code is very essential, very crucial under Unix, because unlike GUI, that once you've mistakenly deleted something, you can undo or you can redo. But under this, once you've clicked enter, that's all. That's when this permission now came into existence, that you have to set permission for each set, each user, each person. That is, we have administrator, we have the user, we have the group, so that you just limit people's work. That is, you give some people that they should not be able to delete, they should not be able to solve. So this is where you set it. Please, we are coming to that. So based on what we've done so far with this, please hope that's clear. Now I've explained the home directory and I've explained the current directory, right? So now the last one, which is the root. The root directory, it's also called the super user. It means that this is now the main thing that is taking care of all your file system. That is, it means that you are the super user, the owner, the admin. That's what they call the root directory. The file where you see everything that your computer is made up of. That's your operating system that you are working on. That's why you have to be very, very careful while working with root directory. The root directory should always be for admin only. Now the symbol for root directory is /. Now if I say cd now / like this is what they call root directory. You can see now that this my tilde format, now it has changed to this. Now it means that now I'm working as the admin of this system. That's what it means. Please, any questions? Any question? No question, right? So that if I should go back now, cd to what? To my tilde, because I don't want to be working to here, because here, this one, once you've deleted something, it might affect your work. That's why you should always make sure that you work on your current directory or your home directory. So it's but if you know what you are doing very well, so you can be working with your root directory. But make sure that you are very, very careful, because anything that's tampered with that thing might lead to some disconfiguration, right? Now let me go back to my home directory, and now let me see now this is where now this pwd now come into existence. If I say pwd, it said print working directory. Sorry, that p is not parent. Sorry, it is print. Print working directory. That is, show me the current place that I'm in now. That's what it means. Print working directory, not parent. Sorry, print working directory. Now, if I should click on enter, you see what it is showing me now. Aha. Can you see that? Let me enlarge this also. Let me enlarge again so that you see very well. So now, this one, this C that you are seeing now, this C, this is the difference between Linus and Windows. It is Linus that brought about what we call drive today. Drive. And what drive simply means is that a particular portion that is storing your files. So that's why we have CD drive. So anything. So the other name for drive, it means storage, right? Something that is holding your file information, that is storing information. That's what they call drive. So that's why we have CD drive, we have HDD, that's your hard disk, we have SSD, solid state, right? We have your flash drive, you have your CD-ROM too. It's also a drive, your pen drive. So all these, they use them to store information, right? So now it is now Windows that we are using today that brought about drive, right? And the default symbol for your drive, that is the hard disk that you are seeing. What is storing your files that you are seeing today? The default one, this is where if you click on your file extension, sorry, your file explorer, this PC, and then this is it. That hard drive that is inside your computer, this is where it is located here. So now, which means I have 500 gig drive installed on my on my computer. Please, that's clear, right? So now this down the drive, you see how the default name, it is C drive. Now this one now is now what is translated to this C. So now this slash that you are seeing, this is now what will lead us to what we call path. P-A-T-H. P-A-T-H. What path means that, just your normal English routine, like a road that something follow to reach a certain point, right? Routine path. So now, anytime you see this / in Unix system, that is, let's say Linux, as far as it's its own window, the Windows own is opposite. The Linux is using / while the Windows, that the graphics that you are using now, then they are using \. Oh, that's clear now. Forward, back. The forward is for our Unix. That's why there's no way. Because some people will be saying that, then why are we learning all this since when we have graphics now? Please, this still has a lot of advantages. Okay, someone is asking a question. Please, can you zoom your screen, sir? Okay, are you seeing it enough now? Or you too, yes, you can screen it. You can zoom it from your own end too. But can you see it now? Let me zoom again. What now? Is it okay now? Please, someone should reply so that I will know. Is the zooming okay now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, fine. So now, what this one means now is that, what it means, this part means C. Now, let us take it from the first one. It means that this fast tech, it's inside this user, and this user is inside this C. That's what it means. This one, this, and this. It means that now I have 3 folders, Kenan. So it means that fast tech is inside fast tech folder. It's inside the users folder, and users folder is inside C drive. And how can we locate it under our graphics? Go back to your CLI again. See now, these are C. We click on C. Then I will now go back to this. They say user. Then it means that I will now find for user, this user. Right? Then I'll now go back to this again. As what fast tech. Then I will now locate a fast tech here and click on it. Now see what will happen now. Just for us to see whether this one is translating back to this. Now, if I should come back to this now, you see now. Who can tell me the difference that you are seeing here now? Difference from here and here. Let me bring this one back here. Please, what's the difference of what you are seeing here now with what you are seeing here? Who can tell me, please? Someone should tell me the difference between this one and this. No one. Please, you have to talk so that.
Forward slash and backward slash.
Thank you, sir. Yes, that's the answer. So now this is now the difference. Under your graphics, that's the so anytime I say graphics, so you just be thinking about Windows. So now you see now that this one now, the part here is C, then backslash, then back user backslash. While under my this it is what forward slash. No, that's not the difference. So, but you always see people using this one because that's still the first convention that people you see use today, and that's what. So it was this thing that came, or Bill Gates that came and changed everything to his own. You know that this is what they always say. If you want to copy someone, you just try to tweet something so that that person won't use it against you that you are doing copycat, right? So, so now maybe that's what happened that this now changed his own format to that. Please, any question regarding that? Now it means that now anytime you see something like this, you should be able to interpret it on your own end. So now the reason why you are learning this DevOps, one of the things that it will aid you is that it will help you in your what they call photographic memory. That is, you will be able to view things in your mind, how it's being pictured, while you are not even seeing it. So this is what it is, just more of like mathematics, how your mathematics is used to improve your critical thinking skills. Likewise, this one too, it will be improving your photographic memory. That is, you will be able to even picture what will come out, the output, without before even doing that. So now with this now, if someone should give you something similar like this, it means that you should be able to locate. Now, if I should write something like this now, let me find something that I can use to example now. If I should see something like this, okay, I've seen something that I can use. If I should see something like this now, if I say C/Windows /boot. Please now, if I ask you now to interpret this, now under your Unix system, under your graphics, that's your Windows. If I ask you to interpret this in, what it means that just C drive, which is I'll now go back to my this PC, then this my C drive, I will click on it. It means that you are in now. Then go back now. It says under Windows. I will look for my Windows like this, Windows, right? Then the last one is what? Boot. I will search for my boot. That's all. Are we clear now? So now we now have two types of parts. We have two types. There's what that we call relative parts and what we call absolute parts. Absolute part and relative part. So now what they call absolute part is that, and this is one of the advantages this one has over, what's the name, GUI again, that's our graphics, that's our Windows. With your relative part, you will be able to navigate to anywhere that you want to go to without even, normally under our GUI now, if I want to visit the previous version now, what will happen? I have to click on back. See now? Now I want to open my previous window. So I have to click back here now. I'll click back again, right? But unlike our this one, you don't do that. You just use what they call relative or absolute. So now absolute means that any link that is outside your environment, while relative, it is something that is within your environment. Right now, for example, now let's say that this file, I'm inside this Hafasfas tech, and I now list all the files that is inside this Hafasfas tech. If I should list them all, sorry, I have a lot of files, that's why it's taking long. So now if I should list all these files now, so now if I should say cd to any of this, it means that this file now is what? It means that this file now is relative to what I'm saying. It is relative to what I'm saying, or it is absolute to what I'm entering. So now, but if I should now to locate a file that is not here, Now, if I now want to locate a file that is not here, I'm coming. Let me first log in into someone now. Let me log into one file here. This desktop, right? Let me now cd to desktop now. If I say cd desktop, you see now that I have entered desktop right now. And normally under our Windows, if you want to go back, I will say cd. Sorry, I have to click on this back arrow, right? But under this, it is not like that. You just use what they call relative path. Automatically, I told you that this forward slash is used as what, as our roots, right? Then it's also under linking. It's also used as what we call relative. Now automatically, if I want to move down to document, and you know, and document is not inside this desktop file, I'll just say what? I'll just say cd then forward slash document. And don't forget, I told you it has to be small letter. Documents, right? If I say okay, you see now, is it correct? Documents, is that it? Bash, no such file is, now you say ls. If I should list all the files in the inside this desktop, you see that it is not there. And coming is still loading because I have a lot of files. That's why. Please, any questions so far, please? Oh. Aha. See now, these are the files that I have under this desktop. Now, if I to check this here now, you see that there's nothing like document here. You see D. So I have just only desktop, Dubai project, something like that, right? So now this is just all what I have. You will see that there's no what? There's no document. So now, if I should now go back to this here now, where's my Unix? If I'm coming, this is one of the, this is what now what will lead to what to one command also called clear. Now I have a lot of text now reading here. So now if I want to clean this environment but you still maintain the current position, you now use what we call CLR, that is to clear. Sorry, clear like this. But I'm coming, there's one CLS. Oh, it's not okay because I'm not using what they call WSL, which will come to that later on. But let's use our normal clear. So now I've cleared. So what I've just done here now is that I just cleared the environment, but I'm still inside where I was, right? Not that it has deleted everything. No, I told you here there's nothing like you are deleting then undo. So what I just did now is that I just because I have a lot of text now, so I want to just clear the surface, but it's still intact and everything is still working, right? So now you now use the command called CLEAR, clear, to clean your surface. It's that clear now. So now back to what I'm explaining now. If I say CD, if I should not say, now I'm under desktop right now, but let's go back to our working directories now. That it is just more of like I've clicked on back now on my this thing. If I now say CD / then documents, see what will happen. There's nothing like document here. It means that I have no file. I'm coming CD / documents. It is case sensitive. Okay, I don't have any file here called this. So then let's move on to root and see. Maybe it's under my root directory, CD. Then I say documents. So nothing here. Let me list again. Okay, sorry. Okay. There's nothing like that here. So sorry, there's no any document file. So that's why. Let me accept. So there's no any document file here, right? So but nevertheless, I'm still surprised. I'm going to CD. It's supposed to let me go back to my current. Now if I say CD, normally, so let me put this current like this, then like this, then let me say desktop and see what will happen. Desktop. So this one is working fine now. Let me okay, let me accept these people. Please, any questions so far, please? So now what this one simply means now is that you see now, let's say CD now. This I say documents. Okay. This is what is happening now, yeah. So now what it means now is that instead of me now to click on back based on our GUI, but with this your relative, you can just put that your forward slash and type the name. Automatically it will locate where anywhere it is, and then it will just go straight down to that place instead of you just clicking on that back on our GUI. But this CLI, this is one of the advantages again it has over our GUI. Hope that's clear. Please, any question? Now if I say CD A B into C like this into D, what it means that I want to, if I have a folder called A, if I have a folder that is called D inside C and C inside B, automatically it will just locate back to this D straight. That's what they call relative. Hope that's clear now. Now if I want to clean this surface now, I say CLEAR and clear, enter, it will clean, and then I'll continue from where I've stopped. Please ask a question. Our time is almost up. We have 15 more minutes. Please ask question, please. Hope we've gotten what we've learned today. We've learned what they called the types of directories that we have. One, that's the home, the current, and the what, and the roots. And the second thing we've learned today is what they call PWD, which is print working directory, which I've also explained. And then I've also explained the concept of accounts in both GUI and CUI with the command use who am I, just for you to know how it's been done and how you see it on your graphical user interface. I've explained that, and I've also explained the types of part that we have. That we have the relative part and we have the absolute part. And the major difference is that now under your Unix, under your Linux like this, your own part is done using this, right? While under your Windows, it is used with what we call backslash. Now, if I click on this here now and click on this, you see now it's backslash instead of forward slash. Hope that's clear. So we have 5 minutes for questions, please. You have 5 minutes for a question. Please, you can ask a question. This type of question and answering. Please ask questions. Oh, you must know it. Oh, you must know it, and they be expecting my task, because you always do tasks before we move to the next. Okay, Mrs. Catherine, I am expecting you, ma, because I know you will surely ask question. Well done, ma.
When do we use relative and when do we use
Thank you. These are questions that see, I told you, so the best way to know something is you knowing why you are doing this. And thanks for that question. So now, when to use relative. So if you want to use relative now, that if you have a lot of files and you know this one, you are not using graphics here. There's nothing like graphics here. Everything is just you, your screen, and your keyboard, right? Your monitor and your keyboard. So instead of you to be going back, now let's assume now that I've opened my document, I've list now. Let's say I've list what is in, let me enter a folder again. Let me see the files that I have here. I have a file called so I have Corel Draw. So let me say Corel. I say CD. Let's say Corel. So now see what happened here now. Now here I have document, then what? Then Corel, right? So now instead of you, normally if you want to go back, you have to say CD, then this hyphen to go back to document. See now that I've gone back to my document. That's the same thing. That hyphen is still the same thing with this your back arrow here, right? So now instead of that, so now let me go back to Corel again. Instead of view now to now use that. Now let's assume now that you've opened many folders now that you have document slash Corel slash. So instead of it to be going back, you will just use CD, then your tilde, then your fill, and then the name of that folder. Automatically it will just go to the folder instead of back. Hope that's clear now. While your absolute is just you interacting with normal. Now I CD into my Corel drawer now because the folder is already on my parent my working directory. That's why. But if I say CDA, you say no file is fine because it is not absolute to each other. So it can locate. There's no any file such in that working directory that I'm in now. Hope that's clear, man. Do you get it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please. Any more questions, please? Please just practice. It is just practice. So and when you've practiced now and you've gotten the concept, that's all. Please ask question. So in the answers of question, so tomorrow, so we hope tomorrow, so we can start our physical internship, and you've seen the form that okay, what if I have a document in multiple directories? Now someone is asking that what let me see again. What if I have a document in multiple directories? Please, can you elaborate on that? Because I don't actually get what you are trying to ask. You mean you have one document in different directories or what? Please, the person that's asking that question, if you can omit yourself and ask. Okay, that person is not talking.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, like let's say the folder name is
That you have what?
Corel. Let's say the folder name is Corel.
Yeah.
And you have it in different directories.
Now.
You do that, tilde Corel.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Now let's now is the own question now is that if you have a Corel drawer now and then you have it in different directories, which is possible under GUI, but it's not possible under Linux. You using it, so two files or two folders can have the same name, except so automatically under your what's the name, your Linux. That's why you now see even Windows 2 used to do that. Windows. So now let's say that you have Corel Draw 1 on the same working directory. Automatically, if you are trying to save another one, it will say what? It will say Corel Draw 1, Corel Draw 2, Corel Draw 3, right? So that's how it will be named. The same thing that also happened to under Windows and the Linux. But now, thank you. If you now say that you have different one, so now automatically it will just locate itself, you know, as how they say. So this is where you get to know what they call when you start automate task. So now there's something that they call session, and it is just more of like the first person to enter and the first person to be served, right? So now the first one that is closer to that part is what it will locate. Hope that's clear now. So that's why under file, so there's something that you will learn later on called file system management. That is how to name files, how to arrange files. That's why even under file system management, that practice is wrong. To have a folder having the same name but different location, it's wrong. Because under normal convention, you don't supposed to have that. It's that clear? So that's why even if you have a file or a folder that have the same thing, so you have to have a little difference, or by specifying maybe using dates. Okay, that let's say Corel 2022. Corel 2023. So someone will know that this Corel folder, it is for 2022 version. This Corel folder is for 2023 version. But it's under file management system. It's going to use one name for the same folder. Okay, Khadija, what's your question, please?
Good evening, sir.
Evening, ma.
Sir, my question is, I'm sorry I came a bit late.
Okay.
I just came a bit late. I don't know if you record this question so that I can go back and watch it.
Okay, yeah. No, don't worry. It's been recorded, so it will be uploaded later on, so that you will watch.
Okay.
It's recorded. So now, first of all, now I have tomorrow. We will be expecting you all tomorrow by 2 p.m. initially, but please, our time will change after this first 2 weeks before because of the fasting that is approaching for the Muslims. So it probably it will be changed back to morning session, please, right? But for this our 2 weeks, so we will be coming still that our 2 p.m. one. Secondly, please, we've sent a form on the platform. This is one of the things that we use it for now, to know the actual intent that we are expecting one. And secondly, it is for us to know how to track you guys, that in case to monitor your progress, and so just for us to see how things are going, because I told that as you are coming to our organization, you must know, you must learn, and you must be ready to learn, right? And one of the things again that we want you to fill that from tonight is because of your acceptance letter. Because some of you wrote your name, and like the name's not that clear, and your admission number too not that clear. So that's why we want you all, for us to prepare the acceptance letter, so that you should get it on time. So please try as much as possible to fill it on time, so that you should be able to get your acceptance letter on time, right? So, and then before, we have 5 more minutes left, but before that, I want to do a giveaway, and I will ask a question now, and if you know that you are sure of yourself, raise up your hand, and then if you get it right, you will get giveaway prize. Because I don't want to ask, because I've noticed now in this online session, if someone should ask question, that's why you now see someone to be that will be browsing, because before that person will. But if you know that you are sure of yourself, that the question that I want to ask now, raise up your hand, and then you answer my question immediately if I ask. Is there anyone that is ready for the giveaway? Okay, Malam Yusuf. So my questions go like now. I sent something via the platform this morning for you to read. So now, who can tell me what are the can you tell me the delivery pipeline that we have for DevOps? The delivery pipelines. Oh yeah, now. No one? Okay, Mrs. Catherine?
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Continuous integration and continuous deployment.
No. The delivery pipeline. Pipeline delivery. That is the steps that... No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Delivery pipelines. For DevOps?
Continuous integration and continuous deployment.
No, no. Who can try? No giveaway. No one will take the giveaway. Okay, Mr. Who again? Let me see. Okay, Mr. Abdurazak. Mr. Abdurazak, yeah? Please don't check your this. Don't check. That's why I want someone to raise his hand before asking.
I'm not checking.
Okay.
Pattern roots.
Now, is that what? The first one is what? There are how many?
Pattern roots.
Pattern?
Roots.
No. Delivery pipeline. What it means that what are the steps that the step that you follow before you produce any product in tech? Okay, Mrs. Medina, hope you've not checked. Oh yeah, now, Mrs. Medina, Mrs. Medina, are you there? Mrs. Medina, okay,
Hello, sir.
okay, ma,
Now now I understand the question. Let me try.
okay.
You code.
Let me talk, Mrs. Catherine. Let me talk. I raised my hand before.
But I've been calling you, ma, but you don't answer.
So, you code.
You code,
You test. No,
you
you build.
build, build,
You test.
you check,
You deploy.
you deploy.
Testing.
That's
You monitor.
so
Deploy and release.
because now it has turned to chaos. So now let me leave it to my next.
You monitor.
No. It is just three. The pipeline just three. What you build. After building, you test. So after testing, after you've seen that everything is working fine, that's where you now deploy. Then you release out for people to use. This is just it. Please always read this thing. Read it. So since it's now, so how am I going to give it now? Since most people are talking and I don't know who to give. So maybe till next time. So now let me use this. We have just 2 more minutes, and if you can answer this question, both Mrs. Catherine and Mrs. Medina, for me to just give the person that will get it. Between two of you, who can tell me the 7 C's in of DevOps? 7 C's of DevOps. C's in DevOps. C. There's C 7. So now what are they? Our class.
Coding.
You are still. Don't worry.
Collaboration.
Okay, collaboration. No. Please always read. Please read. Thank you for your time. So although two of you tried. Just remind me tomorrow. Don't worry. I'll still give you something. I will still give you something. Take care and have a nice time. And wish you and we hope to see you all tomorrow. Thank you for your time and have a nice night. Bye bye.
Bye bye, sir.
Bye-bye.